Bravo, well done. Yes, go with that. Go with that.
Oh, that would be seeing a lot of ladies.
A lot of pachocci, I know.
Yes,
Okay.
not very pleasant. I did that for a while.
You're a midwife.
You were a midwife, what?
Not a midwife, no. I was a
Lesbian.
I was a Tez.
They cut that out.
Even my daughter, when you take a piss at night, I'm not enough flush.
We quite often... Did we get that on camera?
You said nothing sexist. At least I didn't.
Welcome to the SHE Word, conversations that women rarely have, but really should. And I'm your host, Trudy Kerr. First up, I'm going to ask you guys to subscribe to the channel here. The subscribe link is under here somewhere, and go on. Follow us on Insta, Facebook, and TikTok. But welcome to another edition of the SHE Word, an after hours edition. This is the show where we dive into some of the trends, current topics of the hour, along with some of the more random thoughts that enter our heads. Ted.
Oh.
And I can promise you that this is going to be a lively show, judging by the third guest that we've pulled in to this show. And yes, ladies, in this show, we've invited a man to come and join us in this lion's den again. Just to let you know, this show is less censored, and I'm sitting down with three guests who aren't afraid to share their thoughts on current topics and challenges, and for whom I take no responsibility. So first up, of course, joining us on this regular after hours session is Tez.
Hey!
Tez is an actress, a teacher, a singer, a presenter, a mum, and a Mrs. And of course, a regular on the after hours edition. Tez is also well known for her healthy opinions and her understanding that the front of the car always points north and the sea is salty due to the sperm of whales.
You know it.
I know it. Sue Caruana. Hello,
Hi,
darling.
I'm still in shock about this thing about the sea is salty and sperm of whale.
You had to be there. I was shocked
It was
myself.
quite impressive. I also confused dinosaurs with dragons live on air, but it's okay.
What can we say? What can we say? Sue Caruana is the queen of our Friday Keeping It Reals. You have been a friend of the SHE Word pretty much since the very beginning. And it's lovely to have you here.
Just like yesterday.
The third guest for this episode is a household name, a national institution.
Wow.
The cheese in your mac and cheese, the pastry in your pastizzi, and the bacon in your carbonara.
Sorry, guanciale, ma insomma. Move swiftly on. Bacon in your carbonara.
British.
Oh, explains everything.
Spotted it. Gianni Zammit. Gianni.
Oh,
A
welcome,
producer,
welcome.
a radio host, a singer, presenter of X Factor's season 4. He's also got more Facebook profiles than Taylor Swift.
Oh,
he is a
Vera.
businessman and a Kiss fan.
Yes.
Welcome.
I thank you for having us. Thank you. Hello.
Us, who? You and the multiple
Us,
personalities?
me and my Facebook pages.
I understand.
How many do you have?
3 Facebook profiles and a page.
Okay.
Because
Why?
My page.
Why? Why?
Gianni Zammit, my page.
No, because Facebook only allows 5,000 friends.
Right.
And I have more than 5,000 friends. So I have to no. On Facebook. It doesn't mean I'm like best buddies.
Okay.
But that's it. So you have to open a second one and a third one.
And what?
No,
They're
but
not
now
like
you can
discovered
have,
you can have
now
a
you can have
page.
5,000 friends and then you can have followers.
Yes, but,
now you don't
now
need-
with the page, that's what the page is all about.
Okay.
But you still have to tag all of them so that
Yeah,
everybody...
because it's there and, it's
All right.
close.
I'm really glad that you're with us.
I'm glad
Sorry,
to be here
Trudy,
too.
we're not done with
Yes,
the
we're not done,
introductions.
yes.
Oh, sorry.
If you think we're done, we're not. You made a request for an introduction and we worked very hard on one. Are you done? Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen?
Ready.
All right. Hello. On today's podcast, we're joined by a woman who has built one of Malta's most meaningful and fast-growing platforms for honest female conversation, Madam Kerr.
Many listeners will know Trudy from her years as a radio DJ and presenter, including her time hosting The Big Drive Home on XFM 100.2.
But she has since become the creator and driving force behind the SHE Word, a podcast and community dedicated to the conversations women really have, but really should.
When
Really have.
I know. I didn't want
know.
to stop you, and Mama,
But
get the slogan
I
right.
didn't have my glasses. I can't see. I'm glad as I can see a phone.
When she's not creating magic on the SHE Word or hosting important conferences and events, Trudy is a marathon runner.
A devoted wife and possibly the only English person alive who does not drink tea.
And she has a soft spot for flannel bedding.
And she insists on opening packets of crisps the wrong way round. Hello, Trudy. Did we leave anything out? Do you need to fill in any gaps?
Bravo! Thank you. A round of applause. When did you guys do that? That was
She did
amazing.
it last night.
Wow.
Oh, no one introduces you, Trudy.
I just read it incorrectly.
Vera, you had one line, man.
I
One
know. What did I tell you? Don't give me lines. What does she
One
give
job.
me?
You had one job, Gianni.
Paragraph of lines she gives me.
Oh, man. Well, listen, I introduced you guys. That was absolutely beautiful. I can say that is the best introduction and only introduction that I've ever had. Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Just humbled and touched. But I introduced you guys. Okay, and I said a little bit about you. And I think one of my first questions, all right, that I want to throw onto the table is I introduced you, Tez, for instance, as a teacher. I introduced you as a singer. Sue, I actually didn't say what you do and who you are, but you're now a motivational speaker. Bravo, well done. Yes, go with that, go with that, go with that. I want to ask you guys, before we dive into questions, for an alternative introduction, all right? So if I was to introduce you in your alternative life as what you wanted to be when you were a young child, what would it be?
I would have been a surgeon.
Ew.
A what? A surgeon.
A what surgeon?
Anything, any kind of surgery, as long as I would be.
Slicing people up. Hey, Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So can I do an alternative introduction? And welcome to Sue Caruana, friend of the show, likes cutting people up and taking out their intestines.
Yay, welcome.
Not taking them out so much as fixing them.
And likes fixing their intestines.
Or moving them around.
Likes moving around their intestines.
Wow.
Okay, there we go. Brilliant.
This is tough. This is why I went into theatre, because every so often I can change character, because I was intrigued, and I still am very intrigued by any occupation.
Welcome to Tez Saliba, who would actually do anything for a buck.
No! If I
www.onlyfans.com/Tez.
If I could pick anything, but in reality, I don't know how much I'd want to do the job now. It would possibly have been becoming a midwife, but
Oh, that would
Okay,
be seeing
all right.
a lot of ladies.
a lot of pajocci. Oh, I know.
Yes,
Okay.
not very pleasant. I did that for a while.
You're a
Yes,
midwife.
you were a midwife, what?
Not a midwife. No, I was a
Lesbian.
children.
I was a
I was a Tez.
I cut that out.
Oh my
You know,
God.
Tez, every time you ask for us to cut something out, it's not going to get cut out. It stays right in there. Oh,
No,
man.
I was
Ay,
a
mama.
children's nurse, and part of the training and the experience had to be in the maternity ward. So I was there. I did my 3 months in delivery unit and whatever, seeing loads of them. And I tell you,
Ciao, boy.
awful.
According to Robert Williams, when he saw his wife giving birth, it was like seeing his favorite pub burn down.
I remember
loved
this
it.
interview.
It was
Graham
live.
Norton,
He was
yes,
live
yes,
on,
yes.
Oh,
on
I
that.
love him. I love him. Gianni,
I'm
what,
going to-
what else? What would you be?
I would, it's a bit shocking. I still to this very day have an absolute passion, not a liking, a passion for sweeping. Until the age of about 12, 13, I wanted to be a street sweeper. And my mom would tell me, what do you want to do when you grow up? I said, I want to sweep streets. I just love the methodology. It's sick. Outside my office, I had a broom. When I'm a bit stressed, I get the broom and I start
Have you
sweeping.
ever
So
seen
hang
those-
on.
so-
Can I do the welcome
I
for
think
that?
you need
Hang
a
on.
therapy.
Welcome.
No, I
Hang
love
on.
sweeping.
I need to do the welcome.
Do the welcome.
And welcome to Gianni Zammit, who will come and brush your step.
If this was an Italian podcast, to take on a whole new meaning. I'm happy when you give me a power wash.
We'll give you one, as in.
No, as in I can have a
So
power
that-
wash. I will
yes.
clean everywhere, but you don't just power wash a tile. You have to move.
Listen, your
Power
algorithm
wash.
on social media
Dramatically.
is this. It's lots of cleaning. Like
No,
clean talk, you're on clean
there's
talk.
that guy that cleans pools. Don't tell me you've never seen it.
I have.
One who cleans
Hours I can
carpets as
spend.
well. You
And the
watch
guy
the
with the
one on
carpets.
Of the carpet.
Hours I can spend.
Gianni,
It's therapy.
do you happy to be free on the weekend?
Very
I've
nice.
got
know
a
what?
new apartment.
I'm not.
When I was redoing my house, I had to go to the carpenter quite often. And he said, okay, I'm going to go and get you the paints and all.
And you
I got a
clean
broom
it.
and I start sweeping for him. And
Are
he
you
walks out, he
serious?
says, I said,
Johnny,
dude,
I think you need to see
I
think you need to seek
can
professional
live
help. Yes.
in a carpentry shop just sweeping.
If anyone would like Gianni to come around their house, his telephone number is under here.
Yeah.
Ironically, I'm asthmatic as well, so the dust will give me asthma, but don't worry.
Okay, listen, before we get started on the show, thank you
What
so
about you,
much
Trudy?
for that.
What would you
What
do?
would yours
Yeah.
be?
Oh, man. I wanted to be an actress. And then I wanted to be a vet. And then I was telling Sue this story. I wanted to be an actress, then I wanted to be a vet. Then my parents went to parents' evening. I had a massive crush on my craft design technology teacher. Massive. My
How old
parents,
were you when you
13.
Okay.
Mr.
Early
Leggett,
days.
his name was.
Hey, Mr. Nugget.
No, Leggett, Mr.
Leggett,
Leggett. Yeah,
sorry.
Mr. Leggett. Really,
Legged it
really
everywhere.
cute.
You put a leg over it.
Wow. So
Okay,
you're
too
on a
much.
roll.
I was 13.
If you're married, you have become Miss Leggett. So could
That sounds a bit
Mrs.
like
Leggett. Mrs. Leggett.
Leggett.
But anyway,
Wait, okay.
my
Wait.
parents went to parents' evening. He said to my parents, "What does Trudy want to do?" And they said she wants to be a vet. And he said, came home. My parents said, "Mr. Leggett says you should be a craft design technology student, and you could go in. You should go into design because you're really talented." I heard Mr. Leggett is in love with you and wants to spend more time with you, and that's how I became a designer.
Seriously?
Through
You
the
really think
love
the
for
teacher
Mr.
affects?
Leggett.
You think the
100%.
teacher affects the subject that you
Yes.
choose?
Yes.
Are you
Of
serious?
course,
50%.
you like the hate.
Okay,
teacher
look, and I know your opinion. I'm a
Mela,
teacher, so
I
I'm curious to know this.
Teacher who doesn't know how to count. But yes,
Yes.
okay.
I teach drama, right? Not
Okay.
maths. Suzanne.
I loved maths and physics. I was always into maths and physics.
Clearly, I didn't. So what?
In sixth form, my teacher was cool. He was a cool physics guy. I used to spend my breaks doing all the experiments in the lab, and so you have 2 years sixth form. By first year sixth form, I had finished the whole curriculum of 2 years because I was there experimenting, and I loved the subject. I took it in sixth form for A level, and I passed my levels. Anything else, awful at. If the teacher inspires you or
Makes a big
motivates
difference.
you,
You like the hate
You
or
have
love
to
it?
have a love towards the subject. You can't be
I think you
something
need to
that
have a
hate.
natural aptitude towards it as well.
Yes, but I
if you're
believe
not
that
artistic,
teacher
you're
will
not
make
the
you or
teacher
break you.
can make you or break you. Agreed totally.
Can I ask a question just on that point?
Yes.
I think the only person that can answer this is Tez. In the science labs in schools today, do they still have taps with open gas
I know.
coming out?
Yes,
In
that.
my days,
For the
yes.
Bunsen burners.
With the Bunsen
Burners.
burners. I always think it's kind of interesting putting 12, 13, 14-year-olds in front of
Is that because
open flames.
you set the,
Yeah, I set
the
light to the
oven on
school.
fire?
Yeah, I set light to the school. I wasn't on purpose. I did it by accident. Right. Okay, guys, listen, before we jump into the content of the show, I'm going to run an experiment. This experiment has been done before. Tez, this is just for your sake, but you mentioned it in the intro, so I'm going to make sure that we do this here. I can't take part in this experiment because the flavors are cheese and onion, and quite frankly, I'd rather eat my own
doesn't want to.
toes. So I'm
Very
going
similar.
to, Tez, close your eyes. Okay, and you got to keep them
I
closed.
know what you're going to do, but it irritates me nonetheless. There is a right way to open a packet.
Okay.
And I'm sure listeners will agree. Like, there is a right way to put a roll of toilet paper.
How is it? Wait,
Like this, so.
With
what do you mean like this?
With
like
the
this,
piece hanging
with the
down at
piece
the
hanging
front.
in the
like this,
front.
Not like
Yeah.
this, like this.
100%.
all right, okay.
And the packet not from the bottom, milk
Okay.
patata.
Could you please open this packet of crisps, Sue? Okay, don't look, Tez.
I'm not looking.
Okay, can you please open the packet of crisps?
I know I'm going to get it wrong, but I still don't care.
Okay, pass Tez a crisp. Okay, there you go. I'm going to let you do the taste test before.
Yeah, here.
Here, where is here, Johnny?
Here.
She does have a
You
point.
can't smell the crisps.
Okay, go on. Doesn't smell different which end of the crisp.
No,
She
but
say
you can
it
smell them from a
smells
mile away.
different. It tastes different.
Okay, Tez, which packet was upside down? Oh.
Absolute 50% luck.
Guaranteed.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Okay.
Totally luck him away. If you're seeing someone eating a packet of
It's
crisps
annoying.
like this, you're like, can I have one? If you see it like this, yeah, can you throw it away? Away, yeah. No one wants a packet of crisps. You know what? Maybe it's the universe being like, I'm going to open them from the bottom so that I don't have to offer.
Or maybe it's the same therapist that you asked me to see when you used to come and see you.
Absolutely. Gianni, this is the depth of the conversation
Yes,
that
I
you.
know,
What have
I
you
know.
allowed yourself into?
So
All right,
here I am with-
guys.
Welcome to
With
After Hours.
4 A levels.
Question: has anyone at the table got their Christmas decks out yet?
I do, man.
I'm not
Christmas
allowed.
what?
Not by
Christmas
choice, but
decorations.
yes,
No,
I
we don't- I
do.
don't.
No,
Right.
no.
My decorations
Enough for 2
normally go
weeks.
up on the 9th of November, but my partner does not allow any Christmas decorations.
Keep
so
her.
They will never go
She's
up.
gold. You?
You know what happens? There are people who are who don't like to decorate early, and there are people that do, and they find each other, and they marry each other. And what do? It avoids a.
If you have a young child as well, you need to decorate, eh?
It is, Madoff. It was decorated. So I like Halloween.
Yes.
And we
love
were all decked
Halloween.
out for Halloween, and I really enjoyed Halloween. The second Halloween ended. The second star on the
Yeah.
1st of
You have to
November.
go to Christmas.
He went down to the garage and swapped everything
that
round.
makes logistical sense.
Yes.
Why?
Because if you're going down with boxes, you're putting in boxes, get the next
Then you
ones
get-
out.
that's
And
right.
Taking down
make
decor
the
and get the
most
next
out
one
of the
up.
hassle of putting up the Christmas
That's a
tree.
logistical thing. I
I
believe.
still think it's
Coming
fair.
from
Putting it
logistics
up is
lover.
fun. It's taking it down, which sucks.
But if you know you're taking
I
it
do
down
like
and you're
it.
going to put something back up, it makes it easier.
Yeah. No,
I have
no.
nothing
So
to
then
put up
after
now.
Christmas, down, up with the Valentine.
You know what?
So Christmas has arrived in your
Has
house.
arrived. Mariah Carey is still in the freezer, and Christmas exploded in Menzija, Mela.
Very good.
So
Nice.
you're essentially, Gianni, you're saying that people that put their decorations up early are just lazy.
You think we're lazy?
No.
Yeah,
You're
organised.
organized.
Lazy.
Organized.
What do you think?
He said it saves 2 trips
You
to the
don't like
garage.
Christmas?
But more than 2 trips. You're doing.
You don't like Christmas?
You're taking down something and it's looking bare. So you're used to this place decorated Halloween. Ugh. Now I'm taking down that stuff and I'm putting up a fat. Man.
That's it.
For
Because
the
after
Christmas.
you take down Christmas on the 6th
Your
of
house looks
January,
bare.
it looks very
No,
bare.
no,
It
okay,
takes
can I
you a
pause you
long time to
slightly?
get
My
used to it.
birthday's on the 7th
So-
of January, and I hate it so because everybody's either broke,
Yes.
fat, no one wants to do anything. They're not even drinking alcohol, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a fun birthday. Anyway,
Dry January for Tez.
Oh, the New
Really?
Resolution, New Year's resolution.
It's
No
really-
more drinking, no more-
oh, it's only a week after
I
the
know.
New Year. You haven't even given up yet. You're still trying. Oh, by the first week. Anyway, so my birthday's never the best, but anyway. And my mom, bless her, has always put the Christmas tree down after my birthday. Ever since I moved. So, so we keep a little bit of the magic alive. My husband, on the other hand, is like, Christmas ended, ciao, 26th it goes off. And I'm like, so I put it up super early in November and I didn't comment. I'm asking you to keep it an extra week. Well, 2
Lalo, on the
technically.
26th, the decorations come
26th,
down.
they go down. I'm
Normally
pushing
it
it
should
to
be beginning of the
27th.
year. Normally.
By
But
New
he
Year,
has
they're
nothing
gone.
better to do on Boxing Day.
Enough.
Segnala, ma tu ci
Decorations
regales
should
bir-
come down on the 6th. Mine
Because
used to go
of-
up on the 9th
what
of
is
November
that?
and down on the 6th of January.
What is the
Because
6th?
Epiphany?
Befana.
Is it the
Epiphany.
Befana?
Befana
6th
is
of January
of
they
the
come
witch,
down.
Somewhere
no?
there. The Italian version of.
Quite frankly, I think they should go up on Christmas Eve and down on Boxing Day.
Oh, well, yeah.
What a Grinch you are. I never thought you were a Grinch. Why don't you like Christmas?
No, I love Christmas for the one day that is Christmas.
To put them all up and take them all down 48 hours later, the whole hassle is
Right.
this.
It's one decoration.
Well,
What do? You just one tree.
Puts
yeah?
a-
One tiny
She puts
tree.
a happy gnome.
That's it. Actually, I'll be quite honest with you. There's Christmas decorations that have been up since last Christmas.
why not?
Lateral.
But they don't quite look like Christmas decorations anyway. And for you?
I loved Christmas when I was young. And I am curious. So I remember all my childhood Christmases at night. Just creeping out of my bed. Like a Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Black pajama. Under the Christmas tree. Open. See what it is. Close it again.
no.
I need to know what it is.
Way,
It used to drive me
I'm
mad.
with him.
Not knowing what I'm going to get when I'm
No.
young. No. And then I got to a phase where I was always in hankies and socks.
Bring down.
So now we don't do Christmas presents anymore.
Sorry.
My daughter, between us, no. Maybe my mom, my sister, we get something. What it's about? Massage. The same old.
massage is a nice gift.
Yeah, Christmas sort of took a turn a little when my daughter, I thought it could be 8 or 9, said, "Pa, I know that was you in the Father Christmas costume because I saw your shoes because I didn't change my shoes."
Lazy
So she told me, I kind of, I don't believe in the
Trust it.
How
story.
old
and
was she at this point?
8, 9.
Oh, wait, yeah, you killed it really
No,
early
she
for
killed
her.
it.
Ma you
Really
didn't change
early.
your
I
shoes.
think that's quite late, 8, 9.
Vera.
He was busy, and I said,
Good.
I don't believe that.
Take care and nourish your body with pure, ethical, organic vitamins and supplements. Browns, empowering wellness by prioritizing your health.
Periods are part of the game, but they don't have to throw you off your game. Try new Always Platinum for up to 100% leak protection, faster absorption, dry feel, and it's more cushiony, so you can focus on your game. It's a new period, always.
We know when we need to take that pause, that break, but we feel guilty for stepping away from our partners, kids, and work. We feel like we need someone's permission to have something that we simply deserve. The SHE Word has partnered up with Myoka Spas to give you just that, your permission to take time for yourself, the time you wouldn't usually take, but really should. Use code word SHEWORD for 10% off any individual treatment when booking online at myoka.com, or enjoy 10% off any gift box in store with gift vouchers over €100. Okay, hang on. Good question. How old were you when you stopped believing in Father Christmas?
I figured this out early because I recognized my mom's handwriting. And I'm like, but I
Same
don't know
thing.
how old I was. Maybe I was 10. I don't think it was
8,
lazy.
9, 10, sorry.
Enough. I don't remember how old I was.
I can't remember when I realized that it. I mean, I never had a present under the tree from.
Santa.
I was going to say Christmas father.
Oh, Lord, you said Christmas father.
I love
Christmas
it.
father.
Yeah.
Because it's just hot on my tongue because I was with a friend who was saying Christmas father, and I said, "Listen, you can't say that. We are friends. I love you dearly, but you can't say Christmas father because we can't be friends if you do that."
It's okay.
So
There are people who say Father Christmas and people that say Christmas Father.
No, it's Father Christmas. There is no Christmas father. You don't make it Maltese just because you turn the two words around. It's Father Christmas.
Christmas Father.
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 All right, Christmas father.
It's okay, but there are people who do, and it's all right.
Fair
We love
enough.
them anyway. So
Of course.
No, we don't.
I do. I don't agree with people who call running shoes or trainers
Slippers.
slippers.
In fact, that's another one I told her as well. I told her it's not a slipper. She told me, well, what is it? I told her it's a trainer or
A running shoe.
running shoes, but trainers preferably.
But not everybody's full
listen,
But I
sleeve.
still love them, is what I'm saying. I have
Of
many friends
course.
who do
Just make a
this.
public announcement as well. You don't make a toast.
You make
all right?
toast.
I
You
make
make
toast.
toast or a piece of toast.
But I can make a toast, Trudy, okay?
That's different.
That is a toast. You can make a toast.
Yes.
but it's not
Like
a
that.
piece
But
of
it's not a
toast.
A toast.
it's
I just
not a
wanted an
toast,
excuse
it's a
to
piece of
drink,
toast.
but okay.
Hashtag I'm just saying. And we love anyone that says anything, obviously. Okay, so Christmas decks.
Not a fan.
No,
You
fabulous.
see, I think
Yes,
we're going to put
you
up a
are the
Christmas tree,
no.
though.
You are the no.
We are the no.
I'm not a big fan.
Now.
I
But
think
when did
this
it
year-
change? When she grew
When you
up?
became an
Yeah,
old
we got a bit
man.
older, and then my daughter is actually very intelligent because we had first of all, it was the Christmas tree, the ones that you can plug in with the lights and not you have to say decorating.
I have
them,
one of
and then You have
those,
to hang the
but
bulbs.
I do none of it. David
You
does
plug
it.
it in and it all lights up ready. So I had all the Christmas presents under the tree, and she told me, can I open a Christmas present?
When was this? Wait.
She was maybe what?
No. When did she tell you can I open a Christmas present?
Before Christmas.
A week before Christmas.
A week, all right.
I said to her, I said, honey, they're called Christmas presents because we opened them on Christmas Day. She said, what if I just call them presents?
Oh.
She was about 9. I'm like, and she got me. I said, go and open one. It was too good. She said, what if I call them presents, not Christmas presents? You have to wait till Christmas. So I said, open one.
All right.
And she was cool. And so she opened it. And then the kind of, she still loves a good Christmas present and all. But it's not that rappy, hey, Christmas morning. No.
Listen, speaking
don't
of
know
your
why.
very intelligent daughter, I have a question. May I
Yes.
pose it? I want to know what you did to steal that baby out of St. Luke's Hospital. Go.
Because she's not my age.
She's not your daughter.
Because of
She-
her.
So I watched this girl, young woman, on stage during School of Rock of Ages, I was going to say, School of Rock. And I'm watching innocently at the MCC going, this girl is incredible. Her another song. This girl, I'm turning to my friend, who is this girl? Who is this girl? And intermission comes and I'm speaking to Luke, Grek, guitarist, legendary musician in Malta, and I'm like,
Respect.
who is that girl? You know her. He told me. I said, I know nothing. I don't know who she is. I used to teach her. I told him, he told me, no, that's Gianni's daughter. He told me, and you've seen nothing yet. Wait for Act 2. And I'm like, okay. I go into Act 2 and I'm like, this girl.
She was singing. What was she singing?
So when I tell you, her voice is insane and her stage presence is incredible. And she commanded the stage that I was like, I mean, okay.
I have to agree with everything you're saying.
No,
because
honestly,
it's
and
true.
I'm genuinely not
And in fact,
saying this.
I worry that is she my daughter?
I genuinely, honestly.
Well, the
have-
apple
you
doesn't
have
fall
stage
far from the
presence,
tree.
so-
Yes, all right,
yeah.
A voice. I think what I'm hoping it is that she gets her confidence from me and her acting skills from Pia,
Probably.
her aunt, my sister, and hopefully not the voice from my mom, because my mom was stonata.
Pia's your sister.
Pia's my sister.
Mela,
There
mela.
you go.
I swear, more and more. I think more and more of them like SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Bob
Ja,
Sponge.
Għandu slipper. Sponge.
So I thank you.
Għandu slipper.
She's incredible.
You didn't answer my question, but you saw
how
her
did I
out
see
of
her?
St. Luke's.
No. We made
Put her under a
I
cloak.
was there when she came out. It was a C-section, so I was on the right side of the tent, not on the wrong side of the tent. But
That's a debate for another
no,
day.
no,
and lots of
no.
gin.
The wrong side is I looked up. There was a light like this, all chrome, and at a point I looked up and I just see.
Anyway, can we stick to her?
So she came out. She's mine because I confirmed, because I saw her going into Dr. Who I knew's hands and then came back. So she's definitely mine. And she looked
Anyway,
exactly like me when she was a kid.
I have to say that the next generation of performers are outstanding and
There are some very good performers.
incredible. I was
I'm not-
really
you're more into theater than I am because I'm into the music
Rock
scene,
scene,
as in
yeah.
rock scene more than that. But you go to see certain shows on
At the MCCs.
Broadway.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood you.
US, UK, sorry.
yeah on the West End.
West End. And some great, incredible actors. But then you see, I don't expect the same level of quality
It's
locally
small,
at
but
MCC.
we're-
But then you see a couple of, hey,
There
this is
are
actually
some kids
But
on
hang
stage
on.
not
that
bad
are
at all.
like,
My husband's daughter is in Mamma Mia on the West End.
I watched
Yes.
her.
We have the talent here. We have the
Yes,
talent
yes.
in
We
Malta.
have the
But you
lack of
have to want to go.
opportunities, eh?
Don't expect to see Mela. First of all, it's a game of numbers. Mela, in the UK, there are 10,000 people
Of course.
looking for that. In Malta, you have 100. So
Listen, but there is still
No,
there is
nowadays
still
there are more
competition.
opportunities. There's competition, but now there are vocal. We never had vocal coaches. Vocal
Coaches,
teachers
yeah.
nowadays. Now Kay has been going to a vocal coach since the age of 10, I believe.
Does she want to go abroad?
I was going to ask. Can I ask you as a dad,
Yes.
as a dad who obviously loves your daughter, because I always have this question: would you want her to go to the UK or to New
This is
York?
how
or-
This is what tears me inside every day.
What
I
does?
want her to go to the UK because I want
But
to
you'll miss
succeed.
her.
But I think
She's
she
your
needs to.
baby,
She's
or-
16. She needs to learn. Go through a bit more of the phases of life locally, because you need to learn.
She needs
you
to
can't
build
go to London
that.
at 16.
She needs to
London will
build
eat
that
you
hard
at
shell.
16.
Yeah.
UK. She needs to build a bit of a hard shell. But yes, I'm 100% behind her if she needs to go to London. It's her dream.
Of course. You can't stop her just because you
No,
miss her. You have to
why-
encourage her.
Why have I worked all my
Hers is
life
empty, but
Michelle.
she's
Yeah.
It's
to
insane.
make her dreams come true?
Let her use her wings and fly.
By guitars.
Fly.
What was that one that I missed there?
I said, why have I worked hard all my life to make my daughter's dreams come true? And buy guitars.
All right, listen, guys, we're going to move on to one more kind of lightweight topic. which I have a bit of a bone of contention about, I have to be honest with you. So for anybody that doesn't know, before we come and sit on this show, we have a chat between all of us on WhatsApp in a WhatsApp group. And it came onto the WhatsApp group in a discussion that it was time to change the sheets. And it was to change the sheets from the summer sheets to the winter sheets. And I said, what are you talking about? Surely you don't have two sets of sheets. You don't have winter sheets and summer sheets. And Sue said, not only do I have winter sheets and summer sheets, but I also have flannel sheets. Now, do you remember on one of the shows before we talked about the ick? Can I tell you, flannel sheets and flannel pillowcases absolutely give me the ick.
Vera.
Why? They are just the most
best.
enticing
go on.
thing to think about. Instead of in winter going into your bed and it's cold and the sheets are Egyptian, like that cotton, cold, crisp, and you lie there for the first 5 minutes freezing your
Ass off.
Instead,
I think that's what she
I
was
know.
you get into the bed and it's warm and it's soft.
So you don't have a winter flannel pyjama. Pyjama
I
flannel.
love it. And the quilt cover is also flannel, and the pillowcase is flannel, and it just hugs me. And during the day, I'll actually think about my winter bed, and I think,
Oh, now I go home.
love it.
Gianni, what do you say?
We do have summer sheets, the cotton, and the winter, the flannel. And even okay, on top I have a quilt. In summer we just have the cover. And then in winter you put out the quilt inside the quilt cover. But your sheet between the quilt and you have to have a sheet. Because otherwise you're going to sweat on the sheet, on the quilt, and we have to hassle to wash. So you have a sheet. In summer it's a cotton sheet. In winter,
winter
it's a
it's
nice
flannel.
warm one.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And you go in.
No, you do this. No, that's the important
You know it.
thing.
You know it.
You always sleep on cotton sheets, so no matter how cold it is.
British.
How
I
boring.
mean, the bed actually feels a little bit
Marks
wet
and Spencer
sometimes.
doesn't
It's
do
so
well.
cold.
When it's so cold, it's like you
Like it's
piss your
wet.
pants. You say it's wet.
That's humidity for you, isn't it?
Listen,
You get the
I-
hairdryer out and you just...
Oh, mushek.
You just put a flannel sheet, hun, and you've solved all your problems.
No,
the
I
bed
don't
is
like
actually
flannel
warm.
sheets.
No.
I have sheets. I have a winter set and a summer set, but they're both cotton. As at my mom, we used to have
Only one
What's
set.
the point
have
of
a
that?
clean
Yeah,
set
wash
of
the
it.
sheets.
because of the color scheme.
Oh, the colour changes the heat.
Yes, and
Okay, someone, you're a physicist. Explain this one to Tess.
wow, you're a physicist.
Physicist, I know physics, but not
You
physics.
have an A level and you're a physicist. Mela, I at my mom had these sheets, but they used to make me feel, I feel very hot. Very, very, very hot. And they used to make me feel too hot. And then when I moved in with Dave, he's like, can we keep the cotton sheets? If you want to buy a summer set and a winter set, that's fine, because he feels,
Set. So you wash your sheets sort of like at the end of summer or at the end of winter?
No.
Set.
no.
So you wash and you have
have
a
a-
bare mattress till they dry.
How
And then
long
if
do
it's-
they
if
take
it's- if it's a sunny day, they'll dry quickly. If it's a bit of, you forget them in the washing
I mean,
machine.
you take-
have a washing-
Tumble,
You take them off the bed in the morning, put them into the washing
tumble,
machine.
oh.
Tumble.
Put them in the
Sorry.
tumble, oh.
You know I'm not allowed to take a
Christmas
mick out.
party, put them in the tumble.
They're wearing the slipper.
Yeah. Yeah, but put them in the tumble. You have to have at least 2 sets of each.
3. One on the bed, one in the wash,
Oh, that
and
means
one
I
in
have
the
to
cupboard.
fold them
Who's
then.
that?
I don't want to fold them. I don't want to fold them, so I
You're
wash
still folding one
hands.
set,
I'm
hon.
never going to,
You're
because
folding one set.
No,
you
I
mean
have-
you wash them in the morning and put them back on the bed in the evening?
Brava.
Yes.
No,
Why is that a yacht? I'm washing them.
it's not a yacht, but I mean, really? So you get up in the morning and you tell him, what's his name, your husband?
David.
David, get out of the
Alam
bed.
wala
Hey,
yan.
we're going to get off the sheets now. Lahom
I
in-laws
don't.
or Dave.
Has the day off
do
the
that.
screen.
Fight
It's
up.
on a mat.
Oh my
And
God,
then
guys.
you put them quickly,
Why
you
not
put them
knock
into the washing
everyone's
machine.
up?
You put it onto the 30-minute wash. So then
No,
before you
I
go
know
out to
it.
work, you put them into the tumble.
Mela.
Madonna, what time
No,
do you
I
wake up
wash
in the
them.
morning?
It's
5 o'clock?
money,
I'll have to
sweat.
wash the sheets.
Suzanne is money. So I wash them either on a Saturday or
For
a
Christmas,
Sunday.
I'm buying her another set of winter sheets and summer sheets.
No, I like
But
my
I
system.
found the flaw in your system because you said you feel hot, so the
You don't
flanella.
even know my
You
system.
said you have sheets in summer, cotton. Because
One
you don't like the
set.
flanella ones in winter because you feel hot. If you're wearing a flannel pajama, flannel on flannel, you're going to create
No,
friction.
I keep a nice
Keep
silky
light,
one.
like Victoria's Secret.
That's it.
Primark,
keep
I'm
light,
okay.
Primark, same thing. Same thing.
Calcedonia.
Hang on a second. There's a very important point that we're missing out on here that I absolutely
Temo
have to
għandhom
get to
ukoll. Sorry.
the bottom of. What colour are the sheets?
Mela, the ones of summer are green and the ones of winter are beige.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So you have a winter color in the summer and a summer color and in the winter in SHE.com.
No,
so
there's
you
a
have
line.
one set for all summer, one set for all winter. Do you change them every year?
But when
though?
meta jibdew
How long
jitmemru.
do-
So
I
can I ask a
threw them
question?
away, and I buy a new set.
I know you're married now, doesn't really matter, but
What do you mean? Of course, everything matters.
wait, but so
Green
if
for
when
summer and
you're
cream
freshly
for
married, you're
winter.
looking at sex
Freshly married.
3-4 times a week, you have to do it every time. That's like his aim is there'll be no sweating
Mama,
and no
you dirty
no
every
rivers
time,
of
yes.
ejaculate running anywhere.
Wow, this
Well,
really
yeah.
is after hours, isn't it?
No, but I mean,
There's
because
always a bit of spillage.
when you perfect like this,
There's always spillage. There's always that white
mark.
mark on the sheet in the morning.
X'intom tagħmlu
The wet
fis-sodda,
patch, man.
guys?
The wet patch is legendary.
I don't have these. Do you have these patches, Trude?
You're really going through menopause then. You must
I'm
be
going
very
through
dry.
Antec menopause.
Allura, obviously you have a wet patch, Madonna.
Listen, and if there's a wet patch, that would probably happen at the weekend. Perfect, just in time to put it in the wash.
Dave, no
That's
sex
how it
today.
works.
I just spent
I'm
today.
sorry, Dave, I can't today.
Day today.
Tomorrow we wash the sheet.
You wash them once a week?
Oh wait, yeah, that's not bad.
Once a week is not bad, once a week.
Don't tell me you wash them
How
more
often
than
do you
that.
wash your?
Depends on how busy I've been.
Ara, l-oħra.
What does that mean? Busy? Oh, that was a question I didn't want to
Christmas
ask.
father, Ansu.
Christmas
Once a year with the
Friday.
Christmas father.
La present.
Pull
Aye,
yourself
alright.
together, Trudy Kerr.
I was going to go down the line.
Contemplating about the spillage.
Yes, I was actually going to ask the question about spillage and number of sheets, number of times to wash the sheets, and I decided to step away from that
from it.
conversation.
Good on
What I am going to come to, I'm going to actually have the last say on this. Flannel sheets, sorry, no. I don't get the colour thing. You gave me a hard time about the fact that I don't have winter and summer sheets.
You have the same sheets all year round.
No, I have several sets of sheets, but they're all cotton.
Sorry, guys.
Several-
It's
But
about
then
me.
you have a quilt on top or something that comes in winter.
Yes, and I am frightfully British, and I will, in this regard, I will only have cotton because I only sleep on cotton, and I have the duvet, and I wash the duvet cover quite frequently, so I don't have a sheet between. I hate that sheet.
No, I don't have a
I
sheet
like- I have
either.
the
I wash
sheets.
the
I
quilt.
have the
I wash the quilt cover along with the sheets.
Lallo, that is really every time.
quilt
No,
cover.
I think I would do
The
quilt
quilt
cover
cover,
every
the
month.
sheets and
And
the-
I would
you
do...
don't need to that often. You can keep.
But
the
I
quilt
wash
cover
the quilt cover, the sheet, the fitted sheet underneath, and the pillowcases. They all go in
And
together.
wait, here's a big
they
one.
all
No, but
come
it's
out
a
Do you
together.
quilt.
have
Every time.
a mattress protector?
Yes, I do have a mattress
have-
protector.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Very important,
Sounds
so
like
that
he
you
needs the mattress protector.
You need
At my age, you never
Everybody-
know. Never trust
Everybody
a
needs
fart
a
and never
mattress
waste a hard
protector.
on.
Otherwise, you stain your mattress.
missed a good one.
What
At
did
my
you say?
age,
Never trust a
you never
fart.
trust a fart and never waste a hard on.
That's it.
That
Fair
needs to
enough.
be tattooed somewhere.
Fair enough. But otherwise,
So-
you stain your mattress.
Listen here,
Okay.
I don't know what's happening with your bodily fluids, and I don't stain things, so what?
Have a look at your mattress
she
when you
who
take off
dropped
your sheets, and there will be stains on
bottle
it
of
if you don't have
limoncello
a
5
mattress
seconds ago.
protector.
I
Have a mattress protector.
Allura,
I don't
that's
need to wash
right.
the sheets.
Okay, guys, I'm going to move on from stains
Okay.
and sheets. All right, I think we've thrashed that one out.
It's a great name for a band, those stain sheets.
It is,
Stains
isn't it?
sheets.
That is copyrighted by Trudy Kerr. Listen, I want to also talk about something else. I'm getting serious. I'm putting the glasses on. We are going to dive into a relatively serious topic here, and I am so excited that we're doing it at this table. And I'm going to caveat this first by saying I'm the only one at the table who is not a parent.
And yet, I'm the only one you introduce as a mom.
That's true. Actually, I didn't really introduce
You never do.
Sue at all.
That's because I
Dad,
don't need
mum.
an introduction.
Okay, fair enough.
And I need to tell the
Yes.
word I'm a mom.
You have one?
Yes, so do you.
Yes, I know. I'm just asking.
I have two,
You have two. How old?
33 and 22.
Okay, so how old?
Okay, that's why, because they're not kids anymore. So let's head into
That's
the
why
first.
what?
They're still her kids, stuff.
That's why what?
That's why I don't
That's why
call
she
you a
doesn't need to
mum.
mention it
Oh,
in her
right.
introduction.
Okay.
Let's head into the first of our deeper topics. On the chat, Sue shared a TikTok by Rachel Godfrey that references a statement by Gary V. And I'm going to put a reference to this TikTok underneath the show here. And the two are stating, if you do too much for your child, you are boosting your own ego by diminishing theirs. We're destroying our kids by shielding them from every bump. Growth happens in the struggle. A child who is never lost is a child unprepared for life. Teach them how to overcome, not to how to avoid. And the clip, as I said before, it's going to be underneath here, uses the example of participation medals and how that is a lie to young people because we can't all be winners and we aren't teaching children this. We looked at the clip, we said, oh my word, we need to talk about this. I think, Gianni, you completely agreed with it.
I feel very strongly about this.
Oh, go, fire away.
I do agree with pretty much everything. I disagree with the line where it said we're boosting our own egos. We're doing it to boost our egos. I kind of disagree with that because whatever I've done to my daughter, essentially, for my daughter, has never been about me. It's always been about her. I don't say I'll do this so I can look good or boost my ego. But I do believe, and I'm guilty as hell. I'm not saying that I disagree, and I've never done it. My daughter's military training and all, far from it. But yes, I think we are overprotecting, we as in a society in general, overprotecting kids.
Gentle parenting.
Because I know where they say psychological comes from. You don't, so what you have learned, you want to give your kids a better upbringing. So what you didn't have, you want to give them. So don't be strict, but be nice. And society in general is telling us, don't, give a participation medal to everyone. Okay, you did a race. It's not who won. It's you got a medal for participating. But then does this transpire into the real world? No. When you're at a job and they say, okay, I need the best designer. But no, you're getting a job because you suck, but you came. But no, it doesn't work that way, I think, real life. So I do believe that, we are overprotecting them, that you're not allowed to get lost. They're not allowed to walk home on your own and someone's going to go, oh, sex. You have to learn a bit from it. It's not nice. You need to learn from it, though. You need to learn how to
toughen up.
You. Especially if you're a woman.
Grow a pair and move on.
Toughen up your skin.
Especially if you're a woman.
It's for me to say, do I let my daughter walk home from Valletta? No, I'll come for you. I know what time, 11 o'clock, I'm there. Because...
Would you do the same thing if she was a girl? If you had a boy?
But wait a second. At the moment, it's very dangerous to let them.
It's very different.
So let's put another example, because the walking home is a bit dangerous.
Let's give another example. Sports day. I have told my daughter, even when my daughter was young, bowling. She used to go bowling every now and again, and she wasn't good at it. And she was like, I'm not good. I said, Hanini, you are great at acting, singing, and dancing and coloring. Some people are better than you in sports. It doesn't mean that they are better in everything. You shine in your departments, they shine in theirs. So you're going to lose some, but then when you're going to do an art competition at school, you're going to win. So that for me is I'm not shielding her, but I'm telling her, listen, this is a bit of reality. The same way when you go out in the world of work.
You wouldn't push her towards
theater. You're not going to get. I tell her, you're not going to get
every
audition you go to.
Of course not.
I said, despite how good you are, but you're going to need to get turned down a few times.
Exactly, because in life we have to deal with rejection, whether it is rejection of a boy you like or a girl you like, whether it's rejection from your peers, whether it's rejection of a job or whatever. There's so much rejection that if we don't
much padding around,
but if we don't teach our children to deal with it, then when eventually they grow up and they do have to face it, it's going to be an absolute shock to them. Shock. So they have to learn.
I'm hearing it, and I do agree with you, but I don't agree that rejection isn't happening. And see, before rejection would happen. If you ask a girl out, you have to find the balls from somewhere, go ask her out. She's gonna reject you face to face. Nowadays, it's a lot easier doing the rejecting on a text. It's still a rejection, Jack.
It's much easier to ask somebody out on text and to reject them on text.
That doesn't mean they're not experiencing
Kevin Bridges
rejection.
has this thing. This is exactly what he's talking about. It's about how kids nowadays do not know rejection. He said when he was young, you have to build up the courage to walk up to a girl in front of her friends and go, he's Scottish, will you get off with me? And she said, no. Will any of your friends get off with me? you know anyone who wants to get up with me, I'll be waiting over there. But this is
Then you have to walk away.
a hard
walk away.
rejection on text. It's so easy to reject somebody on text. Sorry,
Well, let me
face to face. It's a whole different story. To be rejected, even to reject is easier.
I see it, and I also know from experience, not mine, but I have nieces and I have students who get rejected over the weekend, and then they have to face them the next day either at school or.
But don't you think
that's still
no,
tough.
rejection is never nice.
I don't agree that they don't experience it. I don't think they experience it to the magnitude that we did.
Yes.
And
But don't
possibly,
you think
I don't think it's the worst thing in the world.
It's the part of character development and character
Hello,
formation.
I have been rejected. I am
Listen.
like the queen of failure.
Let me give you the direct quotes. I referenced Gary V and also Rachel Godfrey. Gary V said, do you know who Gary V is?
No.
Big guy. I mean, not huge. I mean, he's a big
speaker.
Yeah, he's a big speaker.
He's very good.
The number one mistake that we can do as a mother or father, this is his quote, is let them win. We've coddled the fuck out of a generation.
Mm-hmm.
And Rachel goes on to say, children are afraid of failing. This is the culture that we are in now. We are breeding self-entitled children who are afraid of failing, and they're no longer resilient because we're doing everything for them.
They're becoming precious. Our children are becoming precious.
What do you mean by we're doing everything for them? My parents never protected me from, and I can't.
Your parents are don't fall into this
Don't fall into this
category.
category,
You
I
as a parent fall into this category.
How am I protecting Ben from being rejected?
It's not only rejection, it's in everything. It's like, for example, in the race, you don't have a winner and a loser. Everybody gets this participation medal, so
But
everybody
did
has
I give them the
but
participation medal? No,
but
the
the
school
schools are.
did.
Yes, but it's
How
not-
am I as
but
the
it's
parent
not
the one
a-
that's being
I don't
rejected?
think they're
only
pinpointing
you.
just parents,
It's
it's
not just
society.
parents. It's society in general. It's society in general, whereby the children are being totally wrapped up in cotton wool. They don't know. I mean, when I was a child, I was playing in the mud. I got dirty. Now they're all like, don't feed the baby this. Don't let the baby touch that. When you have the baby, don't allow them. In-laws don't allow anybody to come and touch the baby. Oh my
But is this-
God.
Even on a medical side, for essentially, I was brought up playing in the streets.
No.
You play, you run, you fall over. We used to play hide in the gutters full of drainage. Drainage is really a lot. You throw it at somebody. That's when they were doing the works in the English street, Slima. But that's we used to play in Slima in the streets. On a bike, you fall
Ma,
over, you
kulħadd
scratch
għandu
yourself.
għallud, Gianni,
Exactly.
right?
Really, everyone. The slim ones are nice and pointed at both ends. But yes, now
Xorta
my
għallud
daughter
tibqa'
doesn't play
tagħmel.
out in the streets, so that part of the the picking up, you drop something on the floor, we used to pick it up, meshi, dummy on the floor,
That's
meshi.
it.
Okay.
Now those myths kind of don't give them anything from the floor because they'll get sick and music. So even medically, I think we are protecting them. I
Well,
don't think
let me
people are
throw
living a
this-
rough
Maybe because we
life.
can't afford them to get sick because we've got too many things. That's the ripple effect of
I
them
don't
getting
think that's where it
sick.
comes. What?
No, that is a point. That is a point. Because that just made me think. I mean, like, for instance, just coming on from what you were saying there, when I was 13, I think I was 13, I was playing with my friends and we cycled to this huge 25-foot high 25-foot high haystack. We climbed to the top. We saw that there were some boys coming on their bikes. So I decided to climb down, grab some mud so we could throw at them from the top, whatever. And I fell from the top of the haystack and I fell onto a concrete platform and I smashed the back of my head open.
That explains
And
a lot.
It does.
Right. Thanks. Unexpected repercussions there. Thank you. But I do wonder about that phone call to my mum to say, Mrs. Borman, just to let you know that your daughter has actually fallen off a 25-foot haystack, smashed the back of her head open, and right now we're stitching up her skull. I wonder what that must have been like for my mum. She seems to have taken it in her stride, though. No, she's kind of like, okay, well, that happened.
But this was standard. On the
But it was
playground.
standard. But my mum wasn't at work. And I'm just thinking, I kind of took a side tangent there, is that perhaps, because our culture has changed so much, because so many mothers are
And
now...
fathers, parents.
parents
Can
are
I
both-
finish this out?
Go on.
Interrupt me again and you get penalised. Someone take away her gin. Because so many mothers are now working as opposed to 40, 50 years ago, maybe there is some compensation, some psychological compensation for not being able to spend that time with them.
I don't think that when let me tell you, in the salon we have a lot of clients, young clients that are mothers or otherwise we're grandparents, clients of ours that are grandparents, and they are not allowed to go and visit their grandchildren in the first, say for example, especially if they are the parent of the father of the baby. They are not allowed to go and visit for the first, I don't know, 6 weeks or whatever to go and see the baby.
6 weeks.
Yes, and we have quite a few. It's not just one, quite a few of these stories, because they say, no, nobody's allowed to come home. Nobody's allowed to come to see the baby. Don't touch the baby. Don't hug the baby. Don't kiss the baby. Don't. And I don't think that when they have children and they go home in those initial weeks, they're thinking about not being sick, not having a sick baby to go back to work. I think it's just a general, it's become so precious. Like even, for example, when I had my children, I gave them bottled water, both of them. I was careful with what I ate during pregnancy. There were certain things, but it wasn't like a whole list. And even the way we feed our children and when to give them solids and when to give. It's just become
a bit too much, a bit much.
Wow! It's mind blowing, and it's everything in general. For example, on TikTok, there's this account. It's called Veronica. She's called Veronica, and she does a lot of these skits of people in the workplace. For example, she plays the employee, and there is always then somebody who is the boss, the manager, the supervisor, or whatever. And for example, she works Monday to Friday, 40-hour week. Okay, if she has to stay on an extra half an hour, then the following day she will come in half an hour late, because she's just so strict on that Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. This is what I'm paid for. If the boss calls me after 5 o'clock, I'm not going to reply. I saw one today of hers that she was going for an interview. She was called in, I think, 3 or 4 times for the interview, and then she didn't get the job. So she invoiced. This is a skit, okay? So it's not actual reality, but she invoiced the company for the time she spent in the interviews, because she said in those interviews you got a lot of information of how I would deal with situations. So you learned a lot from me. So I'm invoicing you for my time.
But there is this culture there of this, right?
Really? Is that what we are teaching the upcoming youth going into the workforce, that this is how they're going to treat their jobs? Really? You can never stay an extra half an hour late without demanding that you get paid for those 30 minutes. And I'm not saying that if it's done every day, you shouldn't get paid your overtime or whatever. But
there's a balance.
Everybody all around, everybody's getting down. Everybody's like, wow, there's a new sound in town. Everybody's like, wow. Everybody all around, everybody's getting down. Everybody's like, wow, there's a new sound in town. Everybody's like, wow. That's just our style.
Ideal Standard, celebrating 90 years of success in the local market, exclusively from Satariano.
I have this theory, which I've mentioned about, it's going to sound hamallu, a pendulum. So this happens in many things, in racism, in sexism, and everything. The ideal is static.
Yeah.
Mela, let me use racism. Awful. What white man did. It's on this side. I fear that the pendulum needs to do this to be able to eventually settle in the middle. So
it can't just settle.
It can't just
here.
go. Common sense doesn't allow it. Not common sense, sorry. Human sense doesn't allow it, because why? Sexism, awful. Women as I'm an advocate pro. I'm in meritocracy. You could be white, black, pink, beige, green, male, female, him, she, they, them. If you're good at the job, you will get paid for that job. I don't care what sex you are, what color you are, what your hobbies are. None of my business. I'm employing you to do this. You're great at it. You're going to get paid well. Somebody doing the same job, male, female, black, great, same thing. I have always advocated that. It's in the past, it has never been that way. It was always male-oriented.
And to a certain
all men should
extent,
be
in
managers,
certain,
blah, blah, blah,
in
blah,
certain
blah.
industries, it's still a bit
Still,
like
no,
that.
no, there's still a lot of cramp. All right, let's go. There's still a lot of I got a cramp in my foot.
I wonder what you said there.
Cramp, I got
Okay.
that. No, there's still a lot of work to be done. Where it should be an even playing ground, pure meritocracy. I'm an advocate for that. But in the past, it was very male-oriented. All men bosses, women should be secretaries and stay home. Wrong. I fear we're doing all that. No, if you have 10 managers, 5 have to be female. Otherwise,
Can I tell you something?
It's not happening,
Can I
though.
tell you?
but
can I tell
but
you?
I fear that. Why do we need to do that? Still, we can't just get the right balance.
Yeah, but we can't.
I
well,
don't think human nature allows it. We need to do this. and eventually
unfortunately,
settle.
in regards to that, we've sort of come to the middle. We may have smidged over the edge, but it's swung right back. We're on a depletion, but keeping it back to the kids.
okay.
This idea of that pendulum, I've never heard it before, and it's absolutely flipping brilliant.
But how is
It's
that in
absolutely amazing.
relation to this kid's situation?
Because
this pendulum?
if I can,
Because
We
before we let
were-
them run wild, now we're going to
now we're-
mollycoddle them, and then we'll come back to finding
To
somewhere.
find a balance, go out
happy.
and play in the street. I mean, I used to play. You remember I was in the parks. You probably remember because we are mucho. The slide. It was a little ladder
That
like
is
this.
Fella,
You climb up to the
you
top.
climbed up,
and
I
you
don't know
slide.
how
Yes,
high.
if you fall off,
That's it. You
left
fell
after
off.
راسك.
The one near Gżira, no?
Oh,
they were high
up. Yeah, I know where it
there
is.
was no soft flooring. There was no soft pad when you land from the slide, so you don't hit your bum.
And your parents didn't sue the council when you fell.
no, you got told off, and you were not allowed to have your
Yeah.
tea.
That's it.
In our playground at school, even when I was St. Benet's, I was a kid, there was the monkey bar. The monkey bar was a scaffolding. Maybe, let's say, 2-3 meters high. You climb up, you're playing with guns.
Only
I
2-3
remember
meters. The one at
I'm
my
somewhere
school
in
was
between.
definitely.
It's
I was shooting my friends, were playing cowboys and Indians. I need another gun. Shit,
Boom.
no hands. I like, boom. Fell
Yeah.
back.
I find myself in a funky in between because I was brought up in the 90s, so I experienced a lot of what you are saying. But now, as somebody who is raising someone in the 2000, Ben is born in 2022, not because I want to keep him safe. Anzi, I'm quite a rough mom, and my kid is a real kind of kid, so he's really not soft, honestly. But if I have the option, if now in hindsight I had that was unsafe and we have the ability for something safe, much of you I'm gonna go for the safer
Yes,
one.
but a 3 meter scaffolding is unsafe. But a 1 meter, the most that can happen is he falls off, maybe breaks an arm.
We're creating a bunch of pansies.
I never broke any bones in my body. I have friends of
Too
mine who broke
soft.
this.
And you think, okay,
It's not the
Too
why?
end of the world.
Why do you
Too
think so?
soft.
And what do you
Because
think?
the reality is that when those children grow up and they go into jobs or they go into marriages or they go
No,
into
that's not what I'm asking you. What is making us create the pansies?
The
That is what I'm
the
asking
same
you.
playground culture.
Not. I'm not saying what is the repercussion of.
I think-
creating-
Can I answer, Tez? Because there is a societal consensus about this. Us three are Gen X.
Yes.
Yes,
we
I'm
are-
not far from your time. I'm
No,
millennial.
but yes, but you're millennial. Bear with me. Us three are
Yes.
Gen X. So we are what is deemed the lost generation because we were the children of baby boomers. Baby boomers were the first generation that came out of the war. Now, the parents that came out of the war were traumatized, massively, massively traumatized by what had happened to them. We can't even imagine what they saw. So when they had children, they reacted with the baby boomers in one way. We are and the result of that is Gen X because of how our parents were treated and how our parents grew up. Therefore, then you are, Tez, not a whole generation after us, but you are a generation.
I'm an in-between. Yeah.
You're in the in-between. So what happened was, apparently, baby boomers then overcompensated, Gen X started to overcompensate with their children because we were compensating for the way that we were brought up. Mm-hmm. And there's a sort of a real narrow line between your generation and our generation.
And how did they overcompensate? What did they do to overcompensate?
Because we were latchkey kids, right? We were out on the street, blah, blah, blah. And
a lot of us brought ourselves up. If you spent time alone or you spent a lot of time playing alone or doing
Remember,
things alone, or you were out on the
million
street.
distractions. It was
And
Now,
there wasn't, and there
the
wasn't
world,
technology.
the world,
So it
the
was
world is very
you have to go
different
out and play
now.
football.
Exactly, the world is very different now. It's a lot more dangerous now, so you can't allow your children
yes.
to go and play and run in the streets
But
like you did
socializing
before.
has changed.
But socializing has changed.
Socialize by
Whatever.
default
But
because
for
you're either
example,
at home in your room alone looking at posters
Exactly.
or out playing in the streets with other
but
kids.
for example, if I woke up in the morning and told my mother, I think I'm a cat, and I'm going to go to school, and I want to be called a cat, I want to be treated as a cat, and my mother wouldn't have told me, oh, honey, yes, meow, meow, meow. And the teacher would have to say, this is Sue the cat. My mother would have told me,
But who is telling
you're
you?
not,
Who is
you're not
telling
a
you
cat.
that that is what the answer is? If Ben had to come up to me and tell me I'm a dog, I tell him no, sabiħ, pull down your pants and I'll tell you you're a boy.
Yes, but we have a culture whereby if the child comes up and says, I'm a cat,
No, I think
now
you're
they
making
are
sweeping
identifying as a
statements.
cat. No,
No, this
it's,
is-
it's a huge thing. Well, I'm not. It's a huge thing.
don't
now
think
that if the
everybody
children-
does
If
it.
somebody, I don't want to get into this, I'm touching it very
I-
lightly and very casually, but if somebody today, I don't want to get into, let me say, use a cat, identifies as a cat and comes to a workplace and let's say I'm the boss and says, listen, by the way, boss, I identify as a cat, so I will not be using the bathroom, I'll be tinkling over there. And I go, dude, fucking HR problem, boom, boom,
Wow.
boom, sued.
Yeah.
Because today I have to accept that person identifies as a cat. Now, I'm not good, I don't go into the
I
psychological.
don't think that's
of
the
it.
issue with
Or onto
parenting.
the-
I think that's the issue with society
It's
accepting
part of
that
Yeah,
there is...
parenting as well, because the parents
unfortunately-
would turn around and tell you, listen, honey, you're not a
Listen,
cat.
it
and
all
you're a
boils
human.
down to
That's what I
upbringing.
would
Any
do to Ben.
psychologist will tell you anything that happens and whatever you do comes from your upbringing. There's a lot of it related to how your parents brought you up and all. And this happens, our parents with us with our kids with their kids. So that is, I think, what we're talking about, that society slowly is overcompensating up to a level. Eventually, there will be a new race of kids a new breed of kids, sorry.
Breed of kids,
a new,
mela daw xi klieb.
Generation's the word you're looking for.
generation of kids that will be back to baby boomers because it's a cycle, I believe.
But hang on a second. Well, I'm not sure. Unless there's another world war, then there probably isn't. Because
I don't want to manifest a world war for this.
It's coming. It's coming.
but listen, but
But
listen,
Corona, I think that's fine.
but listen.
Coming, the war is coming.
One of the things that's really important about that you just mentioned, you touched on, is this generational trauma. And this is where generational trauma from parents who were just coming out of the war into baby boomers, then this generational trauma is passed on and on and on. This now, today, and possibly the last 25 years, is where we've really started to see therapy and talking about issues
necessity.
being a normality. When I had a therapist, I went to see a therapist because I had eating disorders when I was 13 years old. Nobody in school saw a therapist.
But you see what I mean? How in certain aspects there is a way forward. A couple
I'm
of
not saying, but we're not saying that it's all bad.
No,
We're
I
not
know
saying
you're
There
not.
are some aspects of it which are good.
Neither
there are
am
some
I,
actions- some
because I
aspects
am
which are
somewhere in
bad.
between all of
However, we are doing a disservice to our children when we make them think that life is easy when it is not. Our job as parents is to teach our children the tools to deal with whatever life throws at them.
That's it.
And gentle parenting teaches them nothing.
I don't think it's even just gentle parenting. I'm going to throw a thought onto it. I had a conversation today with a woman. We were talking about the generation that's just coming into the workforce. Or, we're talking about,
19,
what is that?
20, 21, what we doing? 20.
20s.
Those would be
20s in her.
not alpha.
They're in there. The person that this woman was talking about. No, it's
21 you
Gen Z.
graduate.
Gen Z. No, you're Gen Z. Gen Z. Gen
No,
Z.
I'm a millennial.
Gen Z.
I'm a
Okay,
91.
Gen Z,
Gen
Gen
Z.
Alpha or nowadays.
And the little ones now. So, and this lady said, I really and utterly respect the fact that this generation has boundaries. And I said, absolutely. I think boundaries are great.
Yes.
But you try picking up the phone and having a conversation on the phone to somebody who's just coming into the work environment. Suddenly we've got a fear of the phone. And I'm not going to generalize,
Of speaking on the
of
phone.
speaking on the phone. If I want to have a conversation, I'm old school. I'll pick up the phone. If it's important, pick up the phone, have that conversation. If it's not important, have it on WhatsApp. But everybody's hiding behind WhatsApp. Everyone seems to be hiding
I
behind
don't think there have
WhatsApp.
been enough studies because we've only experienced a little bit of it, of the impact social media of technology, not just social media, and social media has had on life. You need 50 years, 60 years to do a decent study. We're still experiencing it day by day.
So we're not yet at the point where we can
Nobody
analyze
can
it.
say, I'm going to do a research on AI. AI is 3 years old. Come talk to me in 30 years about AI when you've done proper research, not what's it impacting
It's
today.
massive. It's massive because our children are watching, for example, let's say out of technology, they're watching social media. So they're watching a lot of these influencers. Like, for example, last year when there was Wimbledon, there was this top influencer that was being Instagram or whatever, was being photographed at Wimbledon and at all the games, and her outfits were being spoken about, and she went viral. She was an AI robot.
Yeah.
She wasn't even real. It came out later. I don't know who found it out. I mean, it was amazing. So anything that you want, any of these influencers, they're always opening up all the shopping that they've done, this brand new handbag. I just got a Hermes and whatever. And our children
But
are
wait a bit,
watching this.
it's also what you consume, Emma. That's why, and I
It's
don't...
not real, Tado.
I know,
How
but
many
no,
people can
no.
afford that? But our children, your children, not my children, your children are growing up watching all of this, thinking that this is the
That's the
norm.
norm.
And thinking that then they're going to achieve all of these materialistic
But then
things
it's my
and to
job
shop.
as a parent to be
But
like,
wait a
listen,
second.
I'm going to pause your video and I'm going to tell you
hold
that
on,
if you
hold on a
want all
second.
these
But
bags, you
hold
need
on
to
a
work
sec.
for
Wait
them.
a minute. The thing is that your influence over your children is a very small percentage compared to the influence that social media has over them, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever. And
Friends,
and
social
your
media,
children
everything.
are growing up. Your children and a bit older are growing up thinking that it's the norm to have designer handbags and to shop every week and whatever. Yet at the same time, you work only Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and you don't do anything else. And you're going to have enough money. It's just not going to happen.
Okay,
It's
I'm
going-
gonna jump in here because we've nicely segued into another conversation.
Sahi.
And this
Segue
is
your favorite word.
I
It
do.
is indeed.
I love that segue. But I want to ask this, okay, because this really does lead into this whole idea of telephones and AI. Okay, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions.
Telephones, yeah?
AI.
It's like
AI.
Boris Johnson.
AI.
I love AI. Do you like AI? And you see that
Gianni.
clip, that clip where he goes on about
Gianni.
AI.
Gianni.
And
Okay, I'm
ChatGPT.
being mocked
Do you like
for
ChatGPT?
my
I love ChatGPT.
land of birth. Anyway, look, this might seem a strange combination to bring in the conversation, but last week, and I want to talk about this, I saw 3 reels that really made me think, and I believe they're related, and they're related to what we're talking about right here. One was the fact that we no longer remember phone numbers. So pre-mobiles, you had to either write numbers down or you had to learn them off by heart.
37958.
There you go.
27483.
Valletta where?
Blatta
27.
Baida.
Valletta
Look
Baida,
at
there you
these
go.
two.
Because the number, you know,
333-710, Gzira.
What?
333-710.
Came later with the second.
Isma hi, I'm
second
91.
one.
No.
Yeah, when I went to Slima, it was 375612.
333-710.
There you go.
My nana was, I forgot. Anyway,
I
go
remember all
on.
my friends with the numbers.
Well, my question was, can
Thank
you
you,
remember
sorry.
old numbers? But it looks like, I mean,
Yes.
I literally, I can remember my telephone
Remember
number.
0945 or 109. That was my sister's mobile
Oh my
number.
God, I can
What-
remember
what was
my
it? What
aunt's
was it?
number in
095.
40124. Wow.
Okay.
I think it's the melody of it that we remember.
But hang on a
Yes, yes,
second.
yes, you
hang on a
learned.
second. All right. So, Tez, what's Dave's number?
97.
All
sorry. No,
all
he's
the
an
women's
agent.
will call
He's an
him.
agent. He's an agent. He needs to
All
say.
right.
So, can you remember Marisa's number?
I have no idea of my kids' numbers,
Maybe.
nothing. So
I know-
my
I know
daughter's
that.
number.
You do
I
know.
can
I don't
remember.
even
My
know.
daughter
I
and
don't
my
know my
partner's.
husband's number. Literally,
But-
if someone took my number
So?
and my phone, it would be gone.
It will be gone.
But you see,
I wouldn't be able
when
to
Kay
phone
was
her.
3 or
So?
4, we taught her our phone numbers just in case anything happens. Call my daddy, 99. Call my mommy, and we taught her the little song, the mobile numbers.
Okay.
So that's why you know
honestly, can I
them.
pause you?
No, I knew that.
So,
Yes. Wait.
Technology.
This is one of 3
It's a
parts
problem,
of the
yeah.
It's a 3-part
conversation.
question. Wait.
so.
This is
Can I go
part
on to the
1.
next part?
Yes, ma'am.
So then I saw an advert for anti-AI, and it was a friendship group taking an intervention with one of their friends, and they were sitting down with a therapist as if their friend was addicted and dependent on ChatGPT. And it was very funny. It was a very funny ad. Again, I'm going to make a reference to it below if I can find it. But it had a serious point, because we seem to be asking technology to solve the most simple of tasks. And in the process, I believe, and I'm
we're
not the only
becoming
one,
lazy.
we're dumbing down
Yes.
our problem solving and critical thinking.
Skills, yeah.
Agreed?
I would
Are
agree.
you seeing this in kids in your school?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm torn on this slightly. Sorry, you have a part 3 or
No, you
Okay.
can go, and then I do have a
Because
part 3.
Him you can, because
I'm
he's a
the
man.
guest.
Because he's the guest.
Naima.
Shut up on your face.
Yeah.
Do you know what I remember you most for in your voice for?
That is
there
so
was a time where
genuine.
we used to go to the cinema, and you
Okay.
had that advert going on in the cinema.
Of
What was it?
Star Wars, yeah.
Star Wars.
That's a
That
good
was
one.
it. That was a really good advert.
was a
If
good
we can find that, we'll put that underneath as well.
Aired for a
believe it.
while. I hope you got paid well for it.
Went
No,
on
it
for
was a
ages.
comp, I think. But
Okay.
It was about being quiet, or
it was
something.
probably quite in the cinema. It was part of a Star Wars.
Excellent.
Okay, I forgot what I was saying.
Sorry,
now.
but that just
We were
came-
t-
that just
Yeah,
I
talking
was
about
torn
critical
on
thinking.
what we were talking about.
Critical thinking.
Because I remember pre-calculator maths where you worked out sums and you worked out and
Long
your
division.
logarithms with the logbook and you we have a book just to work out logarithms and square roots and all.
Did you ever need to use it in real life? I still have to use
when the
the algebra, finding
Whoa, let
x.
the man
Wait,
finish
when
back in
the
the box
calculator
stairs.
came along, obviously it was, why do I need to do 340 times 666? Number of the beast. I just use the calculator. I don't stay working it out.
Check.
So I got lazy, but technology helped me. The same way she uses a tumble. She doesn't need to hang her clothes because I was a tumble dryer.
And the tumble, hey.
So technology does help. So AI, in a way,
Helps.
is why do I have to stay summarizing this and analyzing? AI, do it for me. So you need to embrace technology to move forward, but I do believe that it is making us a bit lazier because now I don't, when I'm doing maths, I have a good maths brain. I love a maths situation challenge. When I hang my guitars, I measure everything. Everything is drawn out of all done in my brain. But then I get a calculator.
check it.
It's easier like that now.
I think
So
the
I
idea
embrace
behind
technology.
AI originally, or the idea behind technology, was that it was meant to make our lives easier so that it makes room for us to do something more creative, possibly. What happens now is that because we do it faster, then we're adding more things and we're not actually swapping to
So that is where technology should come in to assist you. What would take you an hour, you can do in half an hour. So you have
Exactly.
half an hour to
And
either
as
enjoy
well,
your life a bit more.
With
or do-
AI, it's like when you and I were young and we were watching cartoons and they were always about the Jetsons and whatever in the
Yes.
future, and there were
I watch the same cartoon stuff.
and there were references
Remakes
to
you watch.
AI. There were references then to a form of AI. All of these computers, whatever. But I don't think that when they created it, they realized what a sort of like a power it
What an
was.
impact.
So now it's there, and now we're finding the power and the growth because it's growing exponentially daily, and now we're having to rein it in. For example, now
We're not reining it in.
they've now put out laws that they've stopped it from, because they found that AI was, a lot of people were going to AI for health, medical,
now
and
they're-
legal. So now, when you go on to any of the chat GBTs and you ask them for
It should
medical
tell
or
you that,
legal,
listen, you should seek a doctor's advice.
It will give you
However-
basic, but it won't go into the same kind of detail that it did a couple of months
Okay.
ago.
Decs, recommended by dermatologists. Anti-hair loss protocol. A concentration of aminexil in a scalp treatment to reduce hair loss by 29%. And in a stimulating shampoo to boost volume by 48%. A potent synergy for hair 3 times stronger. Anti-hair loss protocol. By Decs, the dermatological scalp and hair expert.
Welcome to Maison Perrier. Discover Maison Perrier Chic and enjoy our new non-alcoholic cocktail range. Maison Perrier. Enjoy our new sophisticated mocktails.
So I'm gonna throw a thought onto the table, and then I'm gonna make my last point of the last reel that I saw. One thing that we're not talking about, and again, this is because this is the SHE word, is that the majority of AI, and I do believe it was 67% of AI, was scripted by men with a natural male bias. Okay, this is statistically true.
Scripted? What do you mean by scripted?
Coded. It was written and coded by men. So
AI doesn't use
it was
internet.
originated.
So AI will if I ask
Pull.
it.
It was birthed
For me.
by
Okay,
men.
Can I
okay.
finish?
I'm
So
not
it was
understanding, that's
coded
why.
and birthed, and its very origins of
Men.
AI was coded and created by men. So it has, by its
Chauvinist.
nature,
By default.
has a male gender bias, not from any evil intention necessarily, but because it was written that way.
Okay.
Now, because AI is self-learning,
Interesting.
we're now looking at AI having a 75% male gender bias. And that might be in the very smallest way, but it's definitely, if you look at ChatGPT and you say to yourself, who wrote this, a man or a woman, you're going to see that you're probably likely to say that it sounds more like a man. And where that becomes a problem is that as AI progresses,
the percentage is going to increase.
the machine learning is going to increase that gender bias.
How
Now,
interesting.
there are,
I-
this came out in a conference, not my words, this was last year. This time last year, we were talking about this. Now, there are measures to try and equalize that gender bias, but really not many people know about it.
I didn't.
I didn't. No idea.
So,
But why was it originally coded by a man? Why didn't we
because,
eliminate the gender bias?
if you're looking at who runs the tech industries,
Mainly men.
it is
It
more
remains
men.
men.
If you
wasn't
write an essay and Gianni writes an essay, they'll be different. Yours will have a feminine
but
touch.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because there are more men in the tech
involved, isn't it?
industry than there are women.
That's why.
That
Naturally,
simply
it
is.
got coded.
Exactly, with a male gender bias.
Okay.
The last reel that I saw was in
comment on that,
reference
but I
to a
don't know.
billionaire investor who made millions betting against the tech market just ahead of the 2008 crash, and is currently betting against AI as he believes there will be a revolt in public opinion about the overuse of tech dependence. Discuss.
Agree. No.
I think if you don't use it, you might be left. But you will be left behind, especially in the educational industry.
But will there be a revolt? Will people say this again?
They are revolted because in university, in university, a lot of university students are using ChatGPT to help
With
them
their
with their
And now,
assignments. They're not thinking, and then
now they came. There's a software that can establish whether a student uses.
Yes, but this was always in
ChatGPT or
place.
not.
Whenever you this
Yes.
plagiarism kind of thing was there, even when I was at university, if you used Google and you didn't cite that you used a particular website, it would flag it for you. You couldn't only hand it in as a hard copy; you needed to hand in a soft copy as well to make sure that they are able to.
the thing is
to vet it.
that AI or ChatGPT and all of these has come out, and now we're putting, as it grows and as we're learning how competent it is, now we have to start creating the laws to control it.
Whereas
and
the
to
laws should
curb
have
it.
been there.
You
Kind
can't.
of in
You
the
couldn't
first
have
place.
created the laws before because nobody knew how
what it
powerful
would
it was
be.
going
Gonna
to
be.
be.
I'm very ignorant when it comes to it. I'm going to be honest. I don't use much of ChatGPT as well for my stuff because I'm a bit old school. But it's a scary monster. Eh?
It is a scary monster, and a lot of jobs are going to be lost.
I have friends who read a lot about it. Say this is an animal which I
An
don't
animal.
know.
It's wild.
If we can contain it now, laws are going to try to contain it. But the reality is,
It's very,
it's the
very
black
powerful.
market GPT.
I think it depends how you use it. With regards to education,
Yeah,
obviously.
do you trust humans? I mean, look at our history.
With all due respect, and
Not great.
I do work here because I speak at conferences that talk about AI. We are talking on this table about a fragment of what AI is.
And we are 5 years.
AI
We are 5 years back.
AI is in almost everything that we do online.
And it has an energy and a life form of its own.
Of its own.
It's
and
growing on its own.
We're trying to contain something that has its own self-growth
Didn't
and its own rate.
AI, they asked ChatGPT if
They
asked a couple of questions
about-
about feelings and all, and the answer I had read it was a bit scary. How a machine is telling you about feelings and what it would do.
A lot of people are using it as their therapist and as a friend.
There
People
was a
who
case I
are
read
lonely.
where the AI,
are using it as friends.
this guy, AI kind of helped this guy commit suicide.
Commit suicide. It was
Yes.
a very recent case.
Yes.
So we're aware of the fact that it's maybe getting out of the box and it's way
But
way
what can you do?
bigger.
This is a reality we live in. So that is why I'm a bit like, okay, I can't avoid it. I can't remain completely old school when I work with boys who I teach every single day. I have to jump on this wagon. So for example, I would set a task to the boys, create a summary of Medea, the Greek play from Euripides. Okay. And I can see copy and paste. I can
Who
no.
is that? Create a summary of who?
Whatever. And I can see copy paste that they Googled ChatGPT. What do I do? No problem.
How do you know that they've used
Why not?
ChatGPT?
Because I have ChatGPT, and if I ask the same thing, I can check it.
There are a couple of
And there are websites you can run it through. Very
Okay.
easy.
Yeah.
But that I don't care how you're getting the information. I care that it's remaining in your mind. That's what I care. So what did I do? I got all of their summaries. I told them, tell me, what is the summary? Miss, it's written there. That's not what I asked you. You found the information. Did you study it? Can you tell me
what you wrote, what you handed in?
This is the same thing about us when we had a project and we went to Encarta 100 years ago. If you copied and pasted from Encarta, it's the same thing as going to ChatGPT and copying and pasting. Yes, that's the exact same thing. The only difference is that we're getting it from a different source. So what do we do? As educators, I don't care where you get the information from, as long as, of course, the information is somewhere that is obviously something you can.
If you get it from Pornhub, it's going to be wrong.
Mushek, you guess. But if I don't care where you get your information from.
Euripides is quite a popular.
Euripides
is quite good on Pornhub.
Very good. That is what I mean. If we don't jump on this wagon, we're going to be left behind. Yes. And I say this as a teacher of theatre.
Well, are we? Because I believe this billionaire. I do believe that there's going to be a shift. Just as we talked about the pendulum, this pendulum idea is stuck in my head. I'm going to take it. I'm going to actually now go and trademark it. And
so now tell when you go home, hey, I'm thinking about Gianni's pendulum, and see what he'll say.
Oh dear.
But listen, one thing that I do believe is today I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. We were looking at some text in a proposal that was sent to her, and I looked at it. I was like, wow, who wrote this? I don't have ChatGPT. No, I don't have ChatGPT. I'm now becoming skeptical. She turned around and said, well, that's ChatGPT. I can tell you right from that. And as soon as I read it, I said, oh, wow. And my respect for the person who had submitted that.
What was it? What was submitted?
It was a proposal. It was a proposal. And I just went through and I said, wow.
But this is a bit like lying on your CV, And then you meet the person face to face and you're like...
that's the point. Don't palm it off as your own and tell me that it's your own when actually you just went to
the access to the information, the easy access is good. That I want to learn about...
Euripides.
I can go online and say, tell me everything about Euripides. The access to it is great. Because you cannot deny that before I had to go to a library, open a book. So now I can just...
You had to buy 100 books on the encyclopedia, I remember.
And I only bought ABCDE, this one's F. But then it is what sticks. Because now, again, I don't think there have been any studies or older, there may have been, where my daughter has access to all the information in the world. Anything you want.
What does she do with the information?
Is that a good thing?
But she has access to it all. I had encyclopedia A to E because the F had two which were missing. There were two which were missing. So when a project came up which started with F, I'm fucked. I had the F.
With a capital F.
Because the F is at my nana and she gave it to a cousin, so I don't have. But so that limited access led to X. Now this is access to all the information in the world.
Overload.
It's scary because my daughter, again, if she uses it, anyone uses it for good, fantastic. If I'm using it to learn. But there's all the information in the world is out there, and I have access to it. That doesn't scare you.
I think it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
I think there was a focus.
It's an overload.
A 12-year-old can be as mature as a 28-year-old because they have access to all the information. Before the growing, you're given doses of information. Now I'm just like from 0 to 100.
This is what I mean. I think we're looking at getting the job done rather than the journey of the job, and the learning happens when. And the growth happens. And the experience, thank you. And the experience happens when you get to the point of the job being done. And that is the problem. But look at it, in a lot, even us, we are responsible for it as well.
Of course, which we created it. Humans created it.
I don't think at any point, at least I'm saying that I'm not responsible for my daughter. Tajtulek rigal. Would you like me to touch it for you? Post it on in a packet?
Yeah, no, I want you to touch it.
There you go.
Wow.
You have some salt on it.
Okay.
Look, I truly believe that in Gianni's pendulum, and I do believe that it's going to swing. Oh no!
From the chandelier.
It's going to swing one way and then come right back. What can I say?
Oh
man!
So what? You think that it's going to take over and then we're going to rein it in?
I think there's going to be a revolt. I think something has to happen, and I do believe this billionaire.
Let's just hope that it can be reined in.
Let's hope so.
Because it has its own life force, its own energy force, and one wonders
it doesn't want to die.
That's it. If you tell it, if I have
I'm gonna finish off. This has been fantastic. We've covered everything from, I mean, literally.
And we said nothing sexist. At least I didn't.
You
Well
thought you were
done.
going to.
No, I don't. I'm
Johnny
very
should definitely
careful.
have a participation medal for that.
I should get one.
Yes, you should. You can have it very
love
big.
You can have it fluffy.
Absolutely. You can have it flannel.
Ah.
I want to come back to, we've discussed so many things, but I do want to just throw this onto the table. Who takes the rubbish out in your house? And is it a bone of contention? Let me explain why, okay? And I'm very interested to see your answer, Sue. And it really is the last question. So as I'm saying this, I want you guys to think about your closing thoughts. We always have closing thoughts. But in the meantime...
Jerry Springer.
Absolutely.
Look after yourselves and each other.
Well, thank you. Anyway, coming back to this one.
Garbage.
I want garbage. Okay, let me tell you why. Because on last week's show, which was all about keeping it spicy in long-term relationships, the issue that comes up, the most common issue that is in therapy between couples is who takes out the garbage. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, I'm not going to. Well, let's answer there. I'm not going to lie to you. We quite often. Did we get that on camera?
Yeah,
That was
like
We need some more views.
Oh well, we just got.
they are voluptuous.
Don't forget to subscribe,
An
people.
uplifting conversation.
So this came out in conversation that this is the most contentious issue between couples is who takes out the garbage, when they take out the garbage, and who's responsible for it.
I don't
and
think
whether
it's
or not
got to
they
do
have-
with the actual garbage. I think it's got to do with the petty little things that you do as a couple that irritate you. It happens to be the garbage because it happens to be the garbage.
Yeah.
It could also be for example,
Toenail clippings.
it could be the fact that Dave never closes the wardrobe door. It really irritates me. Should it irritate me? No, but it does. And then they accumulate, and then there's a big eruption. I think
it.
the garbage is the equivalent.
That's it.
Is there a garbage
It's
problem?
symbolic.
It's not the actual garbage, but it's like Tez is saying, because we fight about three things, right? It's either control or it's recognition, and control is one of those things. Like you should take out the garbage because you should help me, and blah 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 blah. You
But
fight about
really
the
and
garbage,
truly
but it's
nothing
not
to do
really
with the
about the garbage at all. You don't
Agreed.
give a, doesn't really matter.
But it does come up. It manifests itself in garbage.
Yes. We don't have a problem about the garbage because Marisa always takes it out.
Does she mind?
So
No,
that
I
we don't
mean,
have, you don't have.
That's the answer. That is the answer. Answer it like a man.
No. Sometimes if there are two bags, for example, she tells me carry a bag, I carry the bag. I don't have a problem with it. But I don't know.
Even at home, it's
But we just seem
Men
to
think we are
have we've fallen into things that
Designated
she does,
roles,
things that I
yeah.
do, and it wasn't like we sat down and said, right, now you take out the garbage and I make the tea in the morning. You do this and I do. We don't have a list.
No.
They just automatically, organically happen. She
yeah.
does these things, I might do the other things, and that's fine. And
Do you think there's a gender component to that because you're both women?
No,
Again, this is not a sexist remark. It's a genuine question.
I'm in a heterosexual relationship and I have the same thing.
You just said you had a problem with the wardrobe door.
But he has a problem with so much more than I do. If I have the wardrobe door, he has everything. He has my existence.
If only you could change your character. It would be brilliant.
Mux ovvja. Oh, he has so much more to complain about than I do. Mux ovvja. I wouldn't want to be married to me. I love you, don't leave me.
Confessions of Tez. Do you have a garbage issue?
No, garbage no, because...
Because you're the sweeper. You just want to take the garbage out, so you just sweep it away.
well, we have the recycle, because we recycle.
All right, Han, everyone does.
no,
Cheers.
wait,
You
so
don't
there
get
are
an
two.
award. My God.
I don't get a medal.
Participation medal for the garbage.
We recycled. I want to participate.
A medal or a check.
Check,
The
a check,
election's
check.
coming, so I need a check. No, we don't. Normally, if it's full, we tie a knot, put it outside the door. Whoever's going down.
First,
I always
makes
get the Monday, Wednesday, Fridays wrong with the so normally behind the garage door there's the recyclable, which is on Thursday, but I take it down on Monday. And I leave it and then I look outside and I check it out. So there's a system, but no, it's not a role and responsibility. But there are things that piss me off,
As they should.
Such as?
As they would do.
such as
such as even my daughter. When you take a piss at night, I'm Madonna, flush.
I never know.
don't need to wake
we
up.
don't want to wake you up.
I don't want to wake up in the morning, go and take my morning leak, and I smell like the toilets of Havana. Yeah. Fucking hell, you're like, Jesus.
I don't know if it's true. I
Go
don't
and
flush.
flush.
I don't
Flush, you don't want to wake them up.
Go and
Exactly.
flush. Or go and pee in the bathroom round the corner.
Matarax.
All right. Well, in the morning I wake up, I go, psh,
Go and pee in the morning. You go and pee in the other bathroom.
those God was taking the piss. We made those little moths that hang around urinals.
Yes.
So their job is just hang around التاتسة البول tal-irġiel. And that's their job. And those, you see them coming up like, fuck, no, flush. You close the door and flush. Or pee next door.
You go pee next door if it irritates you that much.
He flushes.
Hang on, do you never
flushes.
pee at night?
I pee, I wake up early because I go training in the morning.
No,
I
but
wake
in
up
the
early.
night, do you never wake up to go for a pee?
Not really, because
See,
He
that
hasn't
men
got
don't do
prostate.
that.
He hasn't got prostate problems yet.
But I have a mattress protector just in case.
Summer sheets or winter sheets? Flannel or cotton?
The flannel absorbs
That's
more.
what that sheet between the duvet and the bed sheets is all
Exact.
about.
And I have one of those dog nappies out, the flat ones of Talpets you put under there.
Yeah, no.
John,
No, I don't have those.
Do you get up in the middle of the night to go for a pee?
Sometimes.
Do you flush?
Sometimes. Yes, Mana. Always.
I never
No, I
flush.
flush it.
I
As
never
me,
flush.
no. I'm just trying not to
With
wake
the bright
anyone up.
orange.
During
And
the
if-
night, you never flush.
No,
No, not during the day.
I'm not going to flush to wake him up. And in my opinion, if you have an issue with the fact that I don't, as Dave does as well, I would
So
say
if
to
you know, but if you know that he has an issue with it, why not flush?
because I don't have an issue with it.
Yes, but he does. He does. And you are awake. You are awake. You've gone to the toilet. You flush during the
I'm
day.
awake is a massive understatement.
Can't you flush because you know it pisses him off?
You put the lid down. A lot of the
Unintended pisses him
Oh,
off.
yeah, it annoys him.
A lot
Can't
of
you
the sound is
flush?
contained.
Why
You put the
don't you
seat down.
flush? Madonna.
Because I think that the solution could be, if it irritates you, then go to the other bathroom.
But you went and you pissed and you didn't flush. Flush the fucking toilet, Madonna. If it bugs him, you know it bugs him. Flush it.
Is he going to close the wardrobe because
Well,
it bugs
maybe
me?
he would if you flushed the toilet.
Probably why.
I feel like we started off light,
No.
then we got a bit silly, then we went very heavy, and now we've just finished on the topic of pee.
It's what
I mean, we've gone a full
Double check.
cycle. Someone
When you
flush.
don't flush, see if the wardrobe door is open. It could be that could be linked.
Oh, there's a
Blink.
point.
Subconsciously.
No, or maybe consciously.
But even
Going,
subconsciously.
wait, this morning she didn't flush. I'll leave it open.
Because maybe if you do something.
You know, I think
know-
he does do that. Vera ta.
Well, I mean, if you can't be
What?
bothered to flush even though it's
Well-
why should he close the cupboard door? I wouldn't close the cupboard door. I'd leave it. I'd open up all the fucking cupboard doors.
I feel like that could be a whole
And leave a floater
poll.
for you.
We're going to have to do a poll on, go on to the SHE Word
poll
this
or a
evening.
poll?
And
Poll.
Poll.
It's a poll.
Pole.
It's a pole.
It's a poll.
Zabilello,
We'll do a poll.
actually said
Poll.
pollo.
It's not a poll.
Polla.
It's not a poll.
Volle venire.
We'll do a poll to find out
poll.
whether or not you flush or not SHE Worders.
Night.
At
Do
night.
you flush at night?
Mine is circa 3 o'clock in the morning. You?
3.
Me as well.
Yeah.
We
I
should
wake
text
up
each
at
other.
3 o'clock. Are you
On
awake?
June Road.
Are you awake
That's
at 3?
it. Let's text on
Can
the
we start?
WhatsApp and wake these
wake
guys
up
up.
every morning at 3 o'clock. I'm awake.
What? And you
5,
don't go
yeah,
back to
5.
sleep?
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But at 3 o'clock, I'm awake. I'm going to text in the chat.
I'm going to see you at
No,
3
just
you at
Yeah, I
3
know,
a.m.
I
So
wake
just
up
tell
and
them flush. That's what the text. Flush.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do, man. It's not tonight because I've said I'm going to do it. I won't wake up, but tomorrow I will. And I'm going to tell you, Ted,
And just
flush
so-
that
just-
fucking toilet.
Can I just throw it out there? I hate WhatsApp group chat. So after today, I'll be kissing you all. Thank you.
Mela, we're going to
And
kick you
leaving.
out. Now.
Yeah,
Don't worry. We're going to kick you. You don't even have
Gladly.
to.
Listen, you're going to be kicked out
It's a
after
kick-
this show airs
I will
just so
take-
that we can wake you up at 3 a.m. and flush.
I'll be awake and ready for training.
All right, guys.
Why do you hate group chats?
How they bug me.
Because of the ping,
At
ping,
work,
ping.
Isma. So we have a group chat. We have a group chat 3, then another one with us 4, then another one with you 3, another one with us 3. Ilhanina group chats, man. Because I have to look for something. First of all, ping, 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 all day. So I just ignore all of them. And at the end of the day, sometimes, if it's too long, exit group. Exit group. X Factor, X-Factor, we gave out the prize. And the winner is everyone confetti coming down. Exit group. 8,000 messages a day. I was on stage. I got my phone. done.
Listen,
Allora,
Gianni.
Quindi.
No, well done. Well, kisses, you were great. Kisses, love.
Ma, you know what? I hate the Christmas ones.
I know.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Oh, why, ma? Merry Christmas to that sec.
I just want to make a point though.
Okay, but I will be
Gianni,
kicked out.
when we kicked out Max Vassallo so that we could make room for you, he cried.
He was really upset.
He was upset.
But what was Big
he
Chat on this
upset?
show?
Yeah, of course. He loved us.
He did
Anyway,
love us.
listen,
He's a
guys,
good
I
man.
want
Wait, wait,
closing
wait.
thoughts for this show.
Max, respect. I love you.
Absolutely.
He's a good
Do
guy.
you have anything to tell us before you leave?
Oh, my message of the year.
Ideally in front of the microphone so he
I
can,
know.
he can hear you.
The daytime is a fine time, but the nighttime is the right time.
No, man, that's not what I'm asking you to
Madam.
do.
That's his closing thought. Follow that up.
Seriously.
Oh, Stanley.
What was
kiss.
it?
I thought you were
Daytime.
gonna
Daytime is a fine time, but the nighttime is the right time.
He can have that.
I
No,
thought
what-
you were
what do you-
going to say something like, it was really lovely to sit down with
Oh,
you
about
lovely
this.
ladies.
I thought about a closing
In general,
thought,
it's
one of
supposed
those,
to be
nice.
one of those panto. Be nice to each other.
Oh, yeah.
It's a
No,
closing
it
thought.
was always fun. It was always. I knew it was going to be fun because I know you slightly. I know you slightly. I know you a little less, but now I'm happier that I know you more.
Slightly.
It's true, but
Do I know you well?
He's not worth flushing the toilet for. Slightly.
Do I know you well?
Well, I
In the biblical sense.
No.
wow.
Do I know you well? But do I know you well?
I
wouldn't
thought-
say I know you
thought
well.
we-
If someone
I would
says,
thought
you
we
know,
Not
were
we're friends, or
No,
just.
but
Allocated to
hold
acquaintances.
your horses.
No.
There's a difference between knowing well and big friends. I have many friends. Doesn't mean I know everything about you. I know your husband. I don't know your husband. I know he leaves the cupboard open for a good reason. But so I don't. I consider you friends.
Even I.
All of you. But I wouldn't say.
Danny,
I know
my
you.
friend, I would
Tez, you know Tez well.
Can I just say this brings us
No,
back to the
That's
very
good, Tara, that you
beginning
don't.
and the
I know.
whole
That's
reason
shit.
that this man has 4 Facebook pages.
Because I'm a social whore.
No, because there's something that he needs to work out. Tez, closing thoughts for this week.
Thank you guys for. I always love sitting down in after hours in reality because you never know where the conversation is going to go. And every time I tell my friends, I've got filming of SHE Word After Hours. What are you talking about today? I don't know.
No.
But I love that. I honestly
I thought it was
love
very
that.
contained and decent though. Because my mom is my biggest critic. Madonna, I saw you on that program. Did you have to talk about Coco? You know,
You did actually about the cocoa,
But
the
I
point to
listened.
cocoa
I
in Dingley
listened.
Street.
I know.
So
My
this
mom's.
pointed on both sides. He likes talking about turds.
Yes.
Soup,
so-
soup, closing thoughts.
I don't really have a closing thought. I've just had a really good conversation. I've just really enjoyed this couple of hours because I've just had a very stressful couple of days and this has just totally de-stressed me and I'm ready to go off to Sicily tomorrow.
Oh,
We're going to finish with that thought. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the After Hours. Johnny, thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
being
you
a
all.
wonderful
It's
guest.
empty.
Let's clink our empty
whatever.
glasses.
All right.
Boom!
Peace and love. Hey.
You were much better behaved than I thought you were going to be.